You know, I never thought that I would see this face making a comeback. Guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Super 7 officially announced their Silverhawks Ultimates Wave 4 figures, which consist of toy recolored versions of their entire first wave, now redone with the classic paint apps of their original Kenner toy versions from 1986. That's right, the historic color schemes from 36 years ago. These are all coming back. And while there's a lot here to discuss for sure, especially with the sudden utilization of vac metal, something that we initially thought was an impossibility, but suddenly it's happening. Okay, there's a lot here to discuss. But at the same time, I don't want to do a 15-minute video when maybe only 10 people want to hear my thoughts on it. I mean, it happens, right? But what I do want to do today in this video is focus on the showcase toy recolor version for the monstrous Mon Star, which I personally feel is maybe the most lazy and probably unnecessary variant in the whole wave. Now, the situation with the Silverhawks Ultimates figures has been a bit perplexing. Back in April, this channel was the first to showcase the video reviews for the Wave 1 figures of Quicksilver, Mon Star, and Buzzsaw. And I also loaded up the first ever in-hand images of these figures on my Instagram. That's right, okay, I'm plugging my Instagram page at the same time. Now, while the figures were true in spirit to the classic animation, the reaction from a lot of fans out there was that they wanted the classic toy-colored versions instead. Okay, they preferred those versions. Now, while that reaction was understandable for figures like Quicksilver, who at that time had no indication or hope for vac metal to be included, the same cannot be said for Mon Star, a complete behemoth of a toy which I immediately label as one of the top 5 best figures of the year, if not the absolute number 1. This Mon Star was accurate to his cartoon colors, and everything about him, from the paint applications which utilized different shades of red, black, orange, and yellow, everything about it was just pitch perfect. Guys, this is the only Mon Star figure that you need in your collection. So how can you top this? The answer is you really can't. The Kenner-styled color redeco is vastly boring by comparison and blanketed primarily only in red, with none of the other additional and intricate color details that were seen in the animated version. Now, you are getting the new Kenner-styled pre-transformation head, which is great for nostalgia, no doubt. But again, it was never even close to show accurate and was in fact one of the worst aspects of the original toy. I mean, just look at that tiny head on that huge red asteroid of a body. It's like that shrunken head of Beetlejuice that you saw at the end of the movie. Now, this particular head sculpt on the classic figure was a means to an end, just to effect the transformation that I showed you at the start of the video. If you order all 4 figures from the Super 7 website, you will also receive a special pack of alternate heads, 4 to be exact. And again, there's nothing dramatically incredible about the toy-styled face sculpt. Putting these two side by side, I don't know if it's enough of a variation for collectors. There are some minor sculpt and paint app differences between the two, but nothing much else. Okay. Now, also, okay, when you look at the accessories breakdown, there is something here that's missing, and that's the additional armored head that came with the first Wave 1 version. That one had the hollowed out eye socket for you to attach the Mon Star beam. All right, now this thing is pretty awesome. I think that the set works great with it included, so you are missing out on that one. Also, the Wave 1 Mon Star figure had sort of a matte-like finishing to it, almost like a vinyl figure. And since they are redoing these figures to match the Kenner ones from the 80s, even to the extent of including vac metal this time around, I feel that I have to point out the fact that the Kenner Mon Star figure had a glossier, shinier, harder plastic surface. Okay, no doubt this was there for the two halves to be able to split apart easily and for the rotation of the heads to take place. Okay, but it was an entirely different body, all right, that the figure came on. So for figures like Quicksilver and Steelheart, you're getting all new shinier paint redecos. But for Mon Star, it's just a flat redeco. There's no shine to it at all. Now, I'm not sure if this new pre-transformed head is going to look better, in fact, on the pre-transformed Mon Star figure from Wave 2. Okay, that figure was pretty much just perfect. It was the first time ever that Mon Star was presented in this way in action figure form. And in fact, it's actually another contender for one of the best figures of the year, no doubt about it. And that figure came with 3 particular head sculpts, all featuring Mon Star's long hair just billowing away in the wind, Those were all animation accurate. Those all look fantastic. I'm not sure if this Kenner style toy head is going to look good on this particular pre-transformed body. I don't think it's going to look that great also on the armored monster's body. I'm not really sure where it fits in. Like I said, with the Kenner figure as well, it just looked too tiny. So guys, look, let me know in the comment section what you think about this new Wave 4 redeco for Monster. I just think that it's unnecessary. No doubt those people that missed out on the first version that came out, this is a great opportunity to get it again, but it's lacking a lot in terms of the detail and also the accessories overall. So let me know if you're going in for a second round, if you already got the first Monster that came out in Wave 1, if you're planning to get this second version as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on Silverhawks Ultimates. Have you been collecting this series? What do you guys think about it? Hit me up in the comments and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.